Holy smokes, this just keeps getting better and better. Or worse and worse. Firstly, I've already covered everything leading up to today, so if you're behind, my last 2 videos will have answers for you. The first thing I saw today was Travis Gafford confirming that 40 minutes prior to commencement, Riot cancelled the LCS Asset Day. For those that are unaware, the Asset Day is actually a really big deal in the scheme of the LCS as a tournament. All players get their pictures taken for use on the broadcast, and content is shot for the use of the whole split. It's also arranged really ahead of time, as there's a lot that goes into it, including teams, players, photographers, etc. Then I read that we finally have a response from Riot, specifically from Naz Al-Ataha, the global head of esports at Riot Games. In this blog post on the LOL esports website that will be linked in the description, she says that now more than ever, Riot believes in the LCS, the players, and its fans. She says that, despite approving the dissolvement of Tier 2 teams within orgs, which is a bit contradictory, they believe in a Tier 2 development system. They say that Tier 2 development in other major regions, EU, China, and Korea, is a success, and they wish the same for NA. She says it will take some shifts and trade-offs to get there, so to help the North American scene through this transition, we've decided to give our NACL partner Rallycry an additional $300,000 in order to jumpstart the 2023 NACL season next week. Transitioning from the ineffective academy system to the new NACL model will be helped by this funding. We'll also be working with the LCS and NACL teams, along with the LCS PA, to increase upward mobility opportunities for players to the LCS, which is the ultimate goal of a Tier 2 development league. That was a lot of letters. The blog post then continues on to say that to ensure, quote, we live up to the quality we've promised fans, we're delaying the LCS season for 2 weeks. This 2-week delay will allow for, quote, productive dialogue between the LCS PA, teams, and the league before resuming the season. It then continues on with a big hitter. Delaying beyond the 2-week window would make it nearly impossible to run a legitimate competition, and in that case, we would be prepared to cancel the entire LCS summer season. Carrying this forward, if the LCS summer season is cancelled, this will also eliminate LCS teams qualifying for 2023 Worlds. I want to be clear, that is not an outcome we'd want, but it's unfortunately the reality of ensuring we run a fair, competitive global system. The rest of the blog post addresses LCS PA requests, which you can read through the link in the description, but as a TLDR, they basically said no to everything the LCS PA asked for. The LCS PA then responded to the post from Naz saying, quote, tonight, one thing is back in clear focus. Players are the LCS. Without players, there is no league and there is no esport. From day one, exclusion from the decision-making process drove the LCS PA players to vote to walk out. The future of the NACL and LCS is too big to decide overnight and without player consideration. We met with Riot Games today to ask for daily meetings, or more if needed, to reach a resolution. Starting tomorrow, we plan to begin discussions that result in meaningful collaborative action to get our players back to where they want to be, competing for fans on the LCS stage. We also want to say thank you. We remain deeply grateful to the LCS community for the incredible show of solidarity for our players. Our fight is possible because of your support. However, as it unfolds, all are not completely in support of the actions of the LCS PA. As ex-LCS and content, I'll dominate shares in these tweets. Just remember that the director of the LCS PA didn't even know how many teams were in NACL even after this whole talk of a walkout started. I refuse to believe that the actions of the LCS PA are genuine. I absolutely hate grifters that get on by being outraged about things they clearly don't give 2 Fs about. This whole situation is obviously still ongoing, and I'll update everyone as things happen, so to keep up to date, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.